Waiting for these guests is so tiring. They always show up so damn late that, you know, I can't just stare at this gorgeous woman in the mirror all day. It's like getting difficult. Bitch!
Go big bitch, go big bitch, go. Go
Hey.
big bitch, go big bitch. Hi, hello.
Bitch, I was about to hype you up. I live.
Hey.
You were the entertainment I was waiting for. But, you know my guys. So we'll go. We'll both go. Because I didn't invite Abby Lee Miller, I invited Teddy, so off we go. Can you fit through the door? The bitch can't go. Oh, we got it. Back from the hiatus. It's the roundup, honey. Yes, we are back. It has been like, what, 5 years now? So we are back. I'm looking younger than ever, you know. It's been a lot of years now, but, you know, the facelift is holding up. My guest today is someone who I've known from the past. We have been in a little ETN together, God, I think like 3 years ago now. And when I was asking you guys who you want to see on the roundup, a lot of you actually answered with the one and only Teddy. Hello.
Hey.
Hello. How
Hey,
are
bitch,
you?
I'm
It's
good.
been, well, I know we talk, but
Yeah.
it's been so long that the fans have seen us in like a thing together. How are you?
I know. I'm good. You know, been busy. Been
Very
living life.
busy. You've had a very eventful years. But my God.
Yeah.
Right, the fans forget that like we talk outside of these things. Like sometimes they don't see us together. But God, no, you had a very eventful few years.
Yes, I've been gone for a while. Been off the scenes.
Yeah.
Off the internet. I basically just like vanished. Not really, but like somewhat, you know.
But
Yeah.
sometimes that's good as well, like mentally as well, getting on like a little detox moment. But
Yeah.
you are back, and dare I say better than ever. So how have you been enjoying the season 1 of Radiance's ETN so far? Any thoughts?
I hate it. No, I'm joking. I live.
No thoughts. No. So do you have any like favorite moments? What was it? Tell me a little rundown of episode 1 to 6.
So, favorite character, definitely Jocelyn. She brings the emotion, as I know how to do that.
Yeah.
And as you know, I am a sucker for emotion. And I have to say, my favorite episode so far has to be... Okay, and this might come as a shock. I still think my favorite death so far had to be Naomi's.
Oh, that was
I don't know, something just, like, it's just so unique. The chandelier falling, the screams and everything. Like, I still think... But no, my favorite episode definitely has to be Mercy's.
No, I agree. That was a good episode. I'm really enjoying the season. I'm enjoying people who like get to watch the season because, you know, being like behind the scenes and knowing stuff about it, I'm excited people get to watch now. I'm excited that we're back up and running. So that was our little episode 1 to 6 thing, but really we are here to delve into... Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry,
I thought like a vampire was like sucking on your neck for a second. We're good.
Yeah,
so,
we're good.
Right. So we are here to delve. Oh,
sorry.
Okay. So we are here to delve into episode 7 today, and I'm so excited because this episode, I think, had my favorite lieutenant period. Like even the future episodes. Like I can't lie, this was a very good lieutenant. So should we just get right into it? I think it's time.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I think it's time for the roundup, honey. So, the episode begins with Jonathan's little previously on, which was a bit crunchy. Jonathan, we will say, it was a little bit crunchy today. But you know what? It's been 5 months. I expect you to warm up those vocal cords a bit more, but it's okay. So, we are introduced to the geisha making a deal with this kind of ominous figure that we keep seeing throughout the season. What was your thoughts on the lieutenant intro scene?
Honestly, like it was something new, something fresh, and honestly, it was kind of fun. Like watching it back, it was something unique and like obviously fresh that we did not expect.
I think the storyline of, you know, this kind of widowed geisha could really lead to something cute, and you know, we see that it does. But yeah, I think it really set the scene, and I enjoyed. Now, Teddy, you said Mercy's death gagged you a bit, and you know what gagged me? It was the fact that they didn't really say much about it this episode. I was expecting some of that kind of like shock to spill into this episode. Like, how do you think you would have reacted if such a strong player went home and you were still there? What would you have reacted?
Honestly, like, we've seen how I reacted in the past, obviously, with like Bonnie's All Stars with you and Nebula dying, who are two of the strongest people.
Yes.
And I'm, you know, obviously me, I'm a person where if I'm close with you, I'm going to obviously have a breakdown. But like, yeah, honestly, like, a strong competitor going home could be a good and yet bad thing, because obviously that can like heighten your chances of like survival, or in my case, dying. But
well, I was about to say not mine, but like we all saw the double, but you know what I mean. Yeah. The geisha enters, kicking and screaming, you killed my husband. It's like you right there. You in the black with the red like trim and that cross necklace. You killed my husband. It was very like pointed at these guests. So how would you react if this woman is just coming and screaming at you?
So Geisha comes in screaming, kicking, yelling, blaming people for stuff. Honestly, if she came in doing that and like I was in a situation, I would look at her like she's crazy.
Oh
like,
yeah, definitely.
I was gonna say I know who I murdered and who I didn't murder. Like last person I murdered was in the death challenge and it wasn't even my fault. Hold on.
Yeah, and we see Ali have kind of like a fun confessional about that. Well, like I didn't murder anyone. Ooh, well I kind of did. But yeah, she was crazy to be honest. So we see that amulet is gonna either light up or not, depending on if the guests are guilty. And the amulet proves that, in fact, the woman was crazy and no one killed her husband. So this first task I loved. I kind of helped conceptualize this one behind the scenes. And I think it was Nebula and Tana made this task and it was so good. I think it came out great. So the guests have to find stone statues and figure out what animal they were. And then the orb beside them would glow with a certain color, and they had to bring that back to the lanterns and match up the letters. So it's kind of complicated, but who stuck out to you during this task?
Honestly, I don't know. They all honestly did really good. Like, it was pretty evenly, like, spread.
No, I agree. This was very, like, it kind of reminded me from the beginning of the season when they had to find their statues. Yeah, I was like, it's like this, but just animals. But, no, I think they all held their weight. And, so why don't you tell the viewers about what the lanterns ended up spelling out? Because the world shook. The world moved a bit.
So after the lanterns were all lit, it actually spelled out the word Valerie, which was kind of a gag. And I think it's honestly kind of like exciting and interesting because like...
Yeah, I think it's like her reaction as well. They kind of turn to her like, hey. And she's very reserved. She's kind of saying stuff without saying anything. Even though she's being shifty now, I personally love Valerie. I'm literally obsessed. Like, what is your thoughts of Valerie as a vote taker?
It's kind of awkward to like put it into words. Like, she vanishes a lot, and that's kind of like shady.
So, what are your theories on Valerie as a vote taker and her history with the DSF?
Well, I would say from past experience, when the vote taker like vanishes a lot and they're already there and you meet them there, that can't turn out good. I mean, let's just look back at Iggy.
Oh yes! Oh my god, I forgot about that.
So I was gonna say, like, yeah, honestly, like, me personally, I don't trust her, and I feel like the guests should be very like cautious of her because they don't know what her true intentions are.
Yeah, I think the thing with Valerie is she is so motherly and like caring towards the guests. They would never see it coming. Like, if she was evil, I think that would again shake the world. Like that. So I love a good secret room. You know, like, I would love in my house one of those, like, you know, pull the books down because I don't read books. But if I did, I would definitely have a secret room. But a secret room is revealed, lots of lore, lots of secrets, but we've talked enough about Valerie. So, the geisha walks in, still crazy, still mad, but it seems a little bit more sinister, you know? And then eventually we see the reveal from her, which, I mean, we knew from the Lieutenant intro, but she finally tells the guest she killed her husband.
Gagged.
Very that. I mean,
I'd be shocked if we met this lady shooting and shouting, saying like, "Hey, you killed my husband," and I'm like, "I didn't kill this mother girl. Like, I didn't kill the girl's husband. Like, who is she?" And then like, plot twist, she turned out to be like, this demon girl. I would look at her like, oh, so she crazy.
Yeah, it's like, how are you gonna walk in, scream at me, saying I killed your husband, and then it was you? That's weird.
Right.
But I will say though, I love her outfit, and this outfit change. Indigo better put it up on screen right now, because when that, like, the screen shook and she changed outfit and the guest screamed, I was living. Because she went from this, like, gorgeous, like, oh, she was just stunning, to Loki's still gorgeous, but, like, sinister and evil. I live.
We love a good outfit change.
So, after that, we see every guest die. End of the scene, roll the credits. Should've come along while you're messing with my throat. It was like 3 guests died in one dimension and 3 in another. So this damn lieutenant is so powerful. She just split them up. Yeah. So the first dimension, we see Pablo, Edgar, and Jocelyn are the only 3 left alive. And then the second one, it was Jocelyn, Ali, and Nick. Now, if this was you and you were like the 7th guest, which group would you rather be with?
Honestly, I would like to be with the group one with Pablo and Jocelyn and Edgar.
Why is that?
So this might be a little biased, but like I would like to get to know Jocelyn a little more, and also Pablo's like my quote unquote cousin, so like we bond a lot. So I feel like I would feel like me and Pablo will probably work well together, and then also that give me a chance to work with Edgar and Jocelyn and get to know them.
It kind of is when you get down to the top 6. Like I think everyone has proven themselves, and even at the beginning, there was some people like Jonathan, like Edgar, where he's more of a slow burn. The first few episodes, it was like, are they gonna do something? But no, I think they really have come into their own throughout the night. And honestly, I think they're all strong. But I agree with you. I think group 1, I think I maybe would have gone with group 1 as well. No, I think I agree with you on that. So Teddy, since you would have picked group 1 to be a part of, why don't you explain what their task was?
So group 1 actually was like being chased by like this demon creature thing, and had to like find these scrolls and rearrange the words. Which, me being partially dyslexic, if I was in group 1, I would probably be fluffing. I might be like a distraction, as I'm not very good with words.
Yeah.
We kind of figured that out the hard way.
I was surprised no one took that role. No one really acted for distraction. But no, I think you would have been very good at that. So group 2 have to go and find around like 6 or so jade rabbits hidden among the theater. I mean, in their dimension, the other 3 are dead. So it's just those 3. Did anyone stick out to you in this group?
Honestly, I kind of feel like Ali and Jonathan stuck out for me.
No, I get that. And now I need to ask you, it's been a while since you've appeared in the ETN. How do you think your skills in these like kind of like mini tasks have improved since then?
Since being in the ETN, honestly, as of now, like my tasks, like my mini task like skills have actually improved a lot. I obviously I know how to pull my weight. I know how to pull my weight and obviously like, help out with the group, but I've learned from previous experience, don't show off too much. Don't be the, clue hog, because that can lead to your death.
It's a very big tip for people.
No,
I think it's always good that like, as you just, I think it's good that as time goes on, these skills just kind of like get better. Even if you don't practice them, it's just like in life, you get more social every day. You know what I mean?
Right.
You get more observant each day. So they are going to progress. I mean, I would love to see you in the ETN soon. Have you signed up for season 2?
I have.
Oh, bitch. Well, as soon as we start to read those applications, I better be impressed by yours.
You already know.
Oh, I know. So this is to the fans. This is to the fans. I mean, you need to be applying for season 2. It's going to be the best season yet. A little talk to camera moment. It's not like me. But you need to be applying for season 2. Sorry to season 1, and this is the roundup for season 1. But I need you to get into season 2. Like, It's going to be even bigger, even better, and you might end up on a cast with Teddy. So apply, sign up. So now we get to the vote, and unfortunately, the files got corrupted, and I will say, I literally saw them. It was bad. It was like the audio was...
Oh my god.
Bleep that, Indigo. Bleep my language. Sorry. But, it wasn't good. But I always say we will give you the behind-the-scenes tea at the roundup. And yes, I know it was done through the text on the screen, but the twist was that if you were in group 1, you could only vote out of group 2. And if you're in group 2, you can only vote out of group 3. And there was quite a bit of scheming going on because there's already like nowhere to hide at the top 6. But this was basically like the top 3, which never happens in the Sleep the Night, obviously. But it was very interesting. I mean, like, speaking of nowhere to hide at the top 6, you died at the top 6 twice, Teddy. So.
I know.
So you know all about not being able to hide at the top 6.
Well, okay, so wow, shady.
Or do you have any tips for like how to manage a threat level that late in the game, or do you think it's kind of like your resume speaks for itself?
I feel like when it's top 6, you got to do everything you can to stick out, and obviously, I tried. I've tried very often. We all know the behind the scenes tea on that, so.
We do see, in the end, Pablo and Nick get pulled. Were you surprised by the vote?
A part of me was kind of not surprised, to be honest. Like, as crazy as it sounds, I knew that Pablo already had a target on his back for, you know, having the drama and also going in with Mercy and killing off Mercy. And then I feel like Nick was just bound to go in because, like I said, at this point in the game, you know, if you're not really, like, front and center, shoving it in people's places that you're helping out, it's kind of hard to, you know, not be.
Right. And I saw some people in the live chat and they were a bit gagged that Pablo went in again. And I was like, girl, at this point, I think the fact that, you know, there has been drama surrounding Pablo is kind of going to continue. I think there's a clique or a clique. Or how do you say it? CLIQUE. That one.
Click.
However you said that word. I think there's one of them forming within the group. A clique. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
Learn a new word. So the clique. I said clique. I didn't know.
You have to believe me. You just have to please just give me one more chance, please. Please. Please.
Right. The clique is forming, I think. And Pablo finds himself on the outs of that kind of core group. So he needs to work to get back in. And first of all, he needs to work to win this death challenge. But, you know, let's get into it. That's like a perfect segue. Look at me. That's a perfect segue into the challenge. So, this challenge, oh my god, it was literally my favorite thing ever because on the surface, it's just a kind of basic search and find, like, bit of parkour, bit of, you know, it was a cute death challenge. But when you get to the twist, because the geisha having, like, already this twist about her character and then coming through with the death challenge twist, which has never been done before, and it will probably be done again because, you know, they keep hating but still watching. Very that, because it was good. Like, let's not lie, the 50-50 twist, why don't you explain to the viewers, because I feel like I've rambled enough. I just love the twist.
So the 50-50 twist, basically, like, they get to gamble their coins, and, like, you either can win or lose. It's like a 50-50 shot. And basically, if you lose, then that kind of, like, raises your chances of basically losing the competition. And if you win, then it kind of does turn, like, a bigger spot to win the competition.
How would you have approached this twist? Would you have gone in, like, wanting to use it straight off the bat? Would you have only used it if you were behind? Like, where would you have gone with that?
I probably would have been too nervous to actually focus on anything, so I probably would have. I probably would have, like, held off until I found enough coins and then, like, did it, which probably would have got me killed. I would have died here.
Yeah, this death challenge was really unique, and I think the fact that, like, in theory, you could have one coin, you could put in the 50-50, you get 2, double that, 4. And I'm not the best at maths, but, like, you know, 8, 16. I'm good with all that. And, like, you really could win with one coin if you think of it. So, it's just so unique. And then it could all come crashing down. So, we saw Pablo took a lead in the challenge. Were you surprised by that? I mean, that is your, what was it, uncle?
Cousin, uncle, no.
Cousin, not Uncle Pablo. Like, his
honestly,
face on the American, you know, like the "We Want You" sticker.
Yeah.
Like the Uncle Pablo.
Yeah.
What I loved about this challenge, you thought Pablo would just run away with it. And then Nick starts to gamble. And when Nick hit that 50-50 and almost ties it up with not that long left, I will tell you, again, more behind the scenes team, we all gagged. Like, everyone behind the scenes was screaming. Like, everyone could not get over it because it just flipped the script. We all went mad. What was your reaction when you're like, oh shit, Nick might win this?
I was actually inspired. Like, Nick could be like a secret assassin. Nick could be like the secret player that we never saw coming.
Did you expect Nick to do that? Because I kind of saw it in the character. Really?
No, like 100%. I didn't. I was kind of shocked.
It was like a pleasant surprise. Yeah. Nick ends up dying. A very brutal death. It gave very Vecna. Season 4, Stranger Things. Very Shirley Roundup episode 1. Those who know do in fact know.
If you know, you know.
But right, if you know, that's what I was looking for. Those who know do in fact know. Bitch, I meant to say if you know, you know. I ate so much shit, man. Never mind. But no, if you know, you know. And yes, just I think Nick as a character, this arc of, you know, starting off under a different name, under a different gender, you know?
Yeah.
And then throughout the season having this transformation. And honestly, I saw the shift from Jordan to Nick. You know, I think at the beginning of the season, Nick was waiting a little bit. And then as Nick came into his own and had that moment, Nick became one of the best. And Nick was always like one of my favorite characters. I'm so gutted Nick didn't make it to the end. Like, I really wanted him to survive. But he was so good this season. I loved him. And yeah, what were your thoughts on his character as a whole?
Honestly, like, at the beginning, I was like, Nick was like one of those people who you can see being an early out just because they weren't like front and center. But then when they had the transformation and they came out and all that other stuff, you kind of like was like rooting for them secretly. You're like, you want them to do good right now. And then, as sad as it was, you know, they got the Teddy curse where they got chopped at top 6.
The Teddy curse, literally.
Curse of Teddy.
It's like all the icons die at top 6. I'm mad. Indigo, bleep this. Nick actually.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
Bitch.
You joking? Are you?
No. Dead ass. I'll send the receipts later.
Give me like 2 seconds real quick. Give me like 2 seconds. Otis, get over here!
No! I'm not gonna leave my chair.
No, my dog came out here. Otis!
Yeah, I'm right here, but I'm not gonna move. It's me. Hello, Otis. It's Otis. Ow! Who do you think is gonna survive? That's what I want to know. I always ask my roundup guests, who are the 3 people to you who you definitely see in the end?
Okay, so honestly, I feel like survivors are probably gonna be like Ali and Pablo, because blue is blue. And I honestly, like, as much as oh my god, I hate to say this, as much as I love Jocelyn, she kind of gives me like Rosanna vibes, where she's gonna make it far by like quote unquote floating and coasting. I mean, she's pulling her weight, but like she hasn't gotten voted in yet. So I feel like it's gonna get down to the point where like they're gonna vote for themselves, and then she's gonna get voted in.
So who is your 3rd survivor? Ali, Pablo?
Probably Jonathan. I feel like he's a contender.
Yeah, I definitely think that he has come into his own. I know you just said about Jocelyn. Do you think she's going to be the next to die, or will she die after Edgar, in your mind?
I feel like Edgar will go next, and then probably Jocelyn. Just because, like, I don't know. She feels like she gets that energy where she might make it almost to the end and just have, like, a glimpse of survival hope and then just get chopped. And that's going to be so sad to see.
Wow, Teddy, I have loved having you finally. Took us this long, but you are finally with us as a guest on the roundup. Have you enjoyed your time?
No, I hated it. No, I'm joking. I enjoyed it. I lived. I lived.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming along. Make sure you say goodbye to your dog, just from Taya. And to the fans, make sure you sign up for season 2 of the Radiance original Escape the Night. The sign up will be in the link in the description, so make sure you go and fill that out. And we want detailed answers. Make us want to cast you. No. Make us have to cast you. Not even want to. Make it so convincing that you just have to be on the cast. And make sure you just stay tuned for more Roundup, honey. Say goodbye, DESC, Teddy. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
I'm gonna get my lip filler now.